Hey guys, what is up? It is Evan11 here, back at you with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over 5 tips to win more games in Madden 21 Ultimate Team. So, going into the first tip, you actually want to go to your Ultimate Team settings. This is very important, and we're actually going to go to coin toss. You want to be have these on kick and against win, and I'll explain why. So the reason you want to kick is because if you get the ball at the second half, you can go for 2 for 1 at the end of the first half and then get the ball right away at the second half. So even if you're even if it's tied going into halftime, you have the advantage because now you just play another half where you get the ball first. And then if you don't, obviously this is the second choice against wind. You want to be against wind because if you're against the wind, that means in the second quarter, because the first quarter, that means the first quarter you'll be against the wind, right? So in the second quarter you're going to be with the wind, meaning you can kick a late field goal in the second quarter, and you'll be better off. You know, you can go into half. It could matter a few yards. With the wind factor, it could matter just a few yards, and it could help you kick that field goal, to get 3 extra points before the half, which could end up coming in clutch. And then also in the fourth quarter to kick a game-winning field goal. This only applies to outdoor stadiums, but still, it's better to have this. In the fourth quarter, you also will be with the wind, so you'll be able to kick a game-winning field goal a little bit easier. Could be a few yards, but I've had games where it has come down to the wind, and because I had this, I edged out the wind. I won. So going into my second tip, that would be to set your coaching adjustments to however you like, however you run your defense. I personally put my curl flat to 25, option defense conservative, because of the conservative option defense, can't run read option, and I like my curl flats being able to play these deep crossing routes that so many people enjoy. But anyways, yeah, you really want to be setting those coaching adjustments. Don't forget to do them at the start of every game. And now moving on to tip number 3. My third tip: if it isn't broke, don't fix it. What I mean by this is if you're running the ball and your opponent can't stop the run, keep running the ball. If you're passing the ball, opponent can't stop the pass, keep passing the ball. In this game, I'm running the ball very well, so I don't stop running it, but then he starts stuffing it pretty well, I'll admit. So then I notice I can easily pass the ball, and I get hit a deep bomb to DK Metcalf. But basically, that's tip number 3. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. Alright, so moving on to my fourth tip, clock management. In this game, as you can see right here, you'll notice that I don't call a timeout with 19 seconds left. I actually let it run. I call one more play. There's a reason for this because I can call a timeout as soon as I end that play, and then I get one more play, and then either I incomplete it or I catch it, stay in bounds, or I run the ball, stay in bounds, and then I can call timeout, kick my field goal as time expires. In this case, I do get the touchdown. Perfect clock management by me. That just goes to show how much clock management can help you win, because I didn't even get a stop. And the fact that you can win a game without getting a stop just due to clock management shows that how important that is. And then my opponent, he gets the ball, he returns it, doesn't really go anywhere. And then I get ball half, so I'm basically in the advantage without getting a defensive stop. And then we will move on to tip number 5 now, but as you can see, I'm getting the ball. The game's in my hands, nothing he can really do about it. So yeah, that concludes tip number 4. Let's go to tip number 5. Okay, so going to tip number 5, this is to come out in the right personnel, especially on defense. So for example, you'll notice here that I see he's in gun spreads, so I decided to come out in 3-5 because I need to have the same amount of defensive backs on the field that he has wide receivers. So he has 4 receivers, so I'm going to need to have 4 defensive backs, 2 safeties and 3 corners, 5 defensive backs, and then there's a running back as well. So you're going to need to match, and then as soon as you match the personnel, it makes it significantly harder for them to do what they want, and then as you can see, I get a pick. It's proving that you do need to match your personnel, because if I was in 3-4 right there, I would have had a linebacker who wouldn't be able to jump. And if I had a linebacker who wouldn't be able to jump, I wouldn't have gotten that pick. So it just goes to show, that personnel matching is a very important thing in this game. So yeah, just make sure you're personnel matching. If they're in 3 wide receiver set, come out in nickel. If they're in 4 wide receiver set, come out in dime. If they're in 2 wide receiver set, come out in your base defense. But this concludes the 5th and final tip. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, peace out.